What's up? I am Tactical P, the host of Muscles and Missiles and Florida's freshest cowboy. So on this episode, I'm going to teach you guys how to break down and clean a P365 XMacro made by Sig Sauer. So check that thing out. It's a 17 round magazine. Oh, check out my dog back there, Billions. He's a purebred cane corso, and he's beautiful. But check there. Like always, I tell y'all, treat every firearm like it's loaded and make sure that it's not loaded. So that's me checking it there. That's some hops oil right there. That's for, cleaning oil after you get done cleaning it. You put that oil on there, make sure it's lubricated. And here's some brushes there. I usually use a toothbrush because I don't want to brush on my gun too hard. And then the hard one is for the harder places like the metal pieces. Right there, you can use either a Q-tip or that particular slide right there with the little cotton slips, and you just clean and use that. That's some extra slits for it right there. You use that just to clean in the hard areas. Right there, we have also a cloth, similar material, just a little bit thicker to dry it off and clean it off. I don't like my guns to be too oily, so sometimes I don't put the extra or lubricant or oil at the end, or I make sure I wipe it down real good. That's my cleaning brush. That's usually for your barrel. You make sure you have a cleaning brush or cleaning tube that fits your firearm. That one there fits the 9mm barrel, so it goes right in. Right here, this is what I love. This is the G96 gun treatment. G96 gun treatment. I've used this for the past 7 or 8 years. It's a CLP, which means cleaning, lubricant, and protection. So you don't need the lubricant and all that stuff when you use that. Here's my cleaning kit that I have. One of my cleaning kits is made by Game Winner. I bought this about similar time, about 5 or 6 years ago, from Academy Sports. We love Academy Sports. We love Bass Pro. Can we all just get along, baby? But yeah, so I know they're competitors, but I shop at both. Then I always keep me some hand sanitizer and just a rag, just in case I want to clean my hands out before I take me a little swig of my drink or smoke me a cigar. Cleaning your firearms, sometimes you clean a bunch of them, and it's very therapeutic. There you go. Take that swig right there, that bubbly. I got that bourbon, that brown. And then this cigar right here I'm smoking today, later on after I get done with this video, it's made by Dominicana. It's very smooth. I've had these a lot of times. Olivia by Dominicana, I believe, or it's the other way around. But let's get to what we're supposed to be doing and what's most important. Teaching you how to break down the P365 XMacro made by Sig Sauer. So make sure right there you use that slide lever right there, the slide lock lever. You push that up. You pull the firearm magazine button down. That's where your magazine goes. So if your magazine in there, you push that down. Make sure the magazine ain't in it. Make sure it's not loaded and all that stuff. But also, like I say, pull the slide, push that button up so it can lock. And then that next button in front of it would be there would be your slide lock right there, or your breakdown lever. So your breakdown lever, you make sure that clicks down. You click that down, and then you push your slide lock, the button that I pushed before to make it lock, and then it slides smoothly off. So once again, lock the gun with the slide lock, push the lever, and then slide it off. Right here is your guide rod and your spring. The colored part goes into the notch, and then the non-colored part goes to the far end of the barrel. So like I'm showing you right there, that colored piece, most firearms have a colored piece, and it goes right there into the notch, and the other end goes into the front of the barrel side. Right here, here's your barrel. Right there, that's the notch I'm talking about there. That's where that yellow piece or that colored piece goes. And then this is my slide. So yeah, you want to make sure you have all those separate because you want to clean all those individually. Here's your frame here. You got your trigger mechanism and all that stuff in there. That's what you use, like a Q-tip or that little slit I was talking about earlier, to get in between those little slots and those little small pieces right there. So first I'm going to start with my CLP. Ooh, there we go. If man make it, man can break it. But yeah, we're going to, come on, find a hole, shoot that hole, boy. All right, so yeah, man, I had a couple bloopers doing this video, but it's just a quick video of showing you how to clean it. Got my toothbrush right there, just cleaning out any type of hard material. Like I say, I usually use that for my plastic or polymer areas. And then right there, the metal areas, I use the harder, more metal brush. But either way, they do the same. Be gentle with your firearm. Clean it, and make sure you just, get in between. As you can see, I got the hard dirt off with the toothbrush, and now I'm going through with the swabs. And like I say, you can use a Q-tip to get those same areas, but you can see that dirt on there coming up pretty good. Sometimes that stuff moves around, but get in there, clean it up, clean the front of it, clean the back of it, clean in between. You also use your fingers, wipe it down real good. Whatever you want to do, man, just make sure you're keeping your firearm clean. You want to clean your firearm. Rule of thumb is after every 100 rounds, or every time you go to the range, or every 2 months if you're not going to the range. But yeah, make sure you always clean your firearm, because when you have to use it, you don't want it to jam because it's dirty. Once again, I use my CLP, which is the clean lubricant and protection spray. You only need that. After you have that, you don't need anything else, because it has that solution that does all 3 jobs at once. So I'm just cleaning it real thorough, making sure everything's good and clean. Like I say, sometimes, you have to clean multiple times during a range sitting. You might go to the range and shoot, 400 rounds. You shoot like 200 rounds, clean it right quick if you have the time. Or you just shoot all your 400 rounds and come home and clean it. But make sure if you're carrying that firearm, which is just one of my EDCs, my everyday carries, I keep it clean. So there we go. We're spraying it down the barrel. And then right there is probably when I'll hit with the toothbrush. And then sooner or later, you want to make sure you go inside, because a lot of that gas and a lot of that debris and stuff goes inside the barrel. That can also clog up and mess up just the function of the firearm. So clean it inside and out. Do everything you need to do to make sure that thing's functioning, and oil down very well. I don't like my guns too oily, but that CLP does the job, because once you use it, you don't have to wipe it down too much. It dries up a little bit, and then the rest of it stays on there to make sure, it continues to stay lubricated and functional. So right here, I'm going to use those swabs again. Like I say, you can use a Q-tip. And then right here, I'm going to use that brush to go inside and get some of that. So right there, I'm saying don't use a toothbrush. The toothbrush does not fit inside the barrel. Use something that's made for your firearm. This is a 9mm. So I'm going to put the 9mm brush inside there. And sometimes you get a little stuck. I don't try to use it too much, because I don't like to scratch it up too much and mess up my grooves inside of my gun. So just go in a few times, get a little bit of that debris out. But most part, if you're taking care of it, it ain't gonna, gunk up, or just, all that stuff just pile up inside of it. So once again, while I'm cleaning, 2 major things you want to purchase. You want to purchase lubricant, and you want to purchase gun cleaning oil. Right now, I'm only using CLP, because CLP is the lubricant and the gun cleaning oil all in once. But that hops, that orange bottle I showed you guys earlier, that is the lubricant. I also use hops gun cleaning oil as well. So you can use both of those together, or you can just use the CLP by itself. So yeah, make sure you get those. You also want a brush or a toothbrush to clean these type of spots like this. Get you some cotton swabs, and then as well as get you a brush, a barrel brush that goes inside. Altogether, you spend about $25 for that stuff, or you can just buy a kit that comes with everything for about $50-$60. And like I said, I've had this stuff for a long time. It lasts you a long time, even when you clean your firearms year round. Just keep getting new stuff. If the brushes are giving out, just get some new brushes. But I would recommend getting a full kit, and then just exchanging things as you want to enhance, or as they wear and tear, because that's just what happens. Right here, I'm cleaning my spring. Your spring right there with your guide rod, I'm wiping it down. I sprayed it a little bit, wipe it down real good. I took this gun to the range maybe about 2 weeks ago, and I cleaned it a little bit. But like I say, you want to clean it thorough. So that's why you still see dirt. I cleaned it a little bit afterwards, but sometimes you have to clean 4 or 5 or 6 times. Even sometimes when you buy a gun brand new, it's already been test fired by the company. It's probably been sitting up in the distributor's back room for months, and it's just sitting there with that old oil and dust and all that stuff. So just keep your firearm, clean. Even like if you don't use your firearm, you have it at home and it's just sitting up there collecting dust. Guess what? That dust can cause a malfunction, and you want to make sure you clean it. So once again, we're about to put this gun together. As I showed you right there, that's your takedown lever. It's pointed down. You want to make sure that's pointed down, and then we're going to put this barrel inside the slide. Remember, the notches right there goes upward, and then the barrel goes right in there. There's no hard mechanism, and then that yellow piece goes right into the notch towards that barrel. The non-color part goes towards the barrel, and then the color part goes right there. You put that in there, you push it down, and it's going to kind of like, not really pop in there, but slide in there. Wiggle it around a little bit, make sure it's pressed in there good. You can shake it to make sure it's in there good, and you're good to go. Next, you're going to put that 2-piece that you just, put together. You want to show right there, you got those 2 guide rods right there. So that's where your barrel is going to slide and glide on. So you're going to take that, and then you got your 2 slits. They fit perfect right there. And you're just going you're cocking it back. And then you're going to lock it with that slide lock button. Boom. There we go. We back on there. Everything's good. I checked the trigger. Like I said, it's already unloaded. I've cocked it back a few times, pulled at it a few times to make sure it's locked. Really, everything's good in place. Pull that trigger. Everything's looking good. Clean my hands off after you doing all that. And also you can use that as a degreaser too. Sanitizer has or alcohol in it that some people use for a degreaser to get that grease off your hands or off your table afterwards. But you see, I got my towel there. All right. I see Billions right there giving me a little hard time trying to be all in the video, get them a cameo. But see you. Tactical P, muscles and missiles. This is how you clean your firearm.